Hello friends, this is Dr. Shashi Agarwal from the Shashi Agarwal channel. I welcome you all. Today our subject is Indian economy and the topic is we are going to understand the meaning and feature of agriculture, agriculture economics, nature and scope of the agriculture economics. And this topic is relevant for the Indian economy and also relevant for the agriculture economics, also relevant for the sectoral development and policies in India. If you find my video useful, please do like it, share it, and also subscribe my channel Shashi Agarwal. So this is my app, Edusum app, which you could download from the Google Play Store. It provides free study material as well as free mock test to the student of commerce, economics, and management. Even the structured courses they are also available. Indian economy and sectoral development and policy in India are also available as a structured courses. So agriculture economics is composed of two words, agriculture and economics. First of all, we will understand the meaning of agriculture. Traditional meaning is like producing of crops at the subsistence level. But in modern, agriculture has become a business. It also includes allied activities such as forestry, fishery, and animal husbandry. Economics is a combination of Greek words oikos and nemons, which means household management. As we know, the resources they are limited and there is unlimited wants. So by economics, we understand how we are using the limited sources to satisfy our unlimited wants. It means how can we use limited sources to manage our daily household requirement. And when we talk about the agriculture economics is that branch of economics which deals with all aspects of problem relating to agriculture. Agriculture economics is a branch of knowledge which ties agriculture and economics together. Agriculture means field cultivation, which includes production of crops, forestry, fishery, and animal husbandry. Because agriculture includes the production of crops and allied activities also. So agriculture does not only associate with production of crop but also include marketing, processing, distribution of agriculture production. And other than off-farm activities such as supply of farm input, seeds, credit, fertilizer, insurance, they are also a part of agriculture business. So agriculture economics could be defined as an applied phase of social science of economics in which attention is given to all aspects of problem which are related to agriculture. Taylor has defined agricultural economics treats of the selection of land, labor, and equipment of farm, the choice of crops to be grown, the selection of livestock and deploys to be carried on, whole question of the proportion in which all these agencies should be combined. Economics principle implies economizing. Object of the science of economics in agriculture is anywhere else is to provide a basis for the economizing of resources, for using them in such a way as to get the maximum out of it. Agriculture economics may be treated as that branch of general economics in which principles of economics are used to solve agriculture problems of maximum production. Originally applied the principles of economics to the production of crops and livestock as a discipline known as agronomics. Agronomics is a branch of economics that specifically deals with land uses. It focused on maximizing the crop yield while maintaining a good soil and ecosystem. Now we will understand what are the features of Indian agriculture. It is the source of livelihood. Agriculture is the main source of employment in India. Majority of the population they are engaged in the occupation of agriculture. It is the main occupation of India. 2019, 42.6% of the workforce in India were employed in agriculture, while the other half was almost evenly distributed among the two other sectors, that is the industry and the tertiary sectors. So agriculture contribute 15.4 to the national income. It has low productivity. Productivity means output per hectare of land. It is extremely low in India as compared to advanced nations in the world. The productivity is low because the backward techniques of production. backward techniques they are used in agriculture. So here we will understand the low productivity of principal crops, a comparative look in April 2014. Like rice, in India it is through 3.6, China it is 6.8, Vietnam it is 5.8, world average is 4.5. So we see the productivity of rice is quite low as compared to developed nations. Wheat, India 3.1, China 6.5, and UK 9, and the world average is 3.3. Maize, India 2.6, China 5.8, USA 10.7, world average 5.6. So we see the productivity is very low. Low agriculture production. Agriculture production is also low in India. India produces 27 quintals wheat per hectare. France produces 71 quintals per hectare. Average annual productivity of agriculture labor is $162 in India, but it is $973 in Norway and $2408 in USA. Dominance of food crops. 75% of the cultivated area is under food crops like wheat, rice, bajra, while 25% of the cultivated area is under commercial crops. So this is the reason of the backward agriculture in India. Small size of holdings. Due to large scale subdivision and fragmentation of the holding, land holding size is quite small. Average size of land holding was 2.3 hectare in India, while in Australia it is 1993 hectare and USA it was 158 hectare. Dependence on monsoon. Agriculture in India mainly depends on monsoon. If monsoon is good, the production will be more. If monsoon is less, then the crop will fail. Sometimes floods play very havoc role with our crops. Irrigation facilities they are also not sufficient. So agriculture depends on the monsoon, the rainfall. Disguised unemployment. It's a situation of hidden unemployment. It occurs when the number of persons engaged on a piece of land is much higher than what is actually needed. Like on the agriculture, if we need 3 persons, but if the family consists of 7 members, 7 members they are working on the agriculture, but the land require only 3 persons. So 4 persons they are disguised unemployed. So apparently all are unemployed, but in reality many are unemployed. So if we see they are working, so we see they are employed, but in actual they are unemployed. Like in the agriculture we require, like the family consists of 7 members and they only need 3 person, so 7 are working on the land, so 4 person are disguised unemployed. Even when some are withdrawn, total output will not fall. The lack of modern inputs. Agriculture uses does not use chemical fertilizer, insecticides, pesticides. Matlab they are not properly utilized. The farmers they are poor, so they do not use the high variety yield seeds, and the productivity is low. So they are depending on the backward techniques. Because bulk of the farm in India is small in size, so bulk of the farming population is very poor, so they cannot afford the mechanization of the farming. So they are depending upon the traditional way of doing the cultivation. So use of backward techniques becomes the compulsory choice. So their productivity, their income is very low. Indian agriculture is a seasonal, matlab it depends upon season. We have three major crop seasons. Kharif season start with the onset of monsoon and continue till the beginning of winter. Major crops rice, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton, simam, groundnut, and pulses such as mung and urd. And the second one is the Rabi season, start at the beginning of the winter and continue to the end of the winter or beginning of the summer. Major crops are wheat, barley, jowar, seeds such as linseed, rape, and mustard. Zaid is the summer cropping season in which crops like rice, maize, groundnuts, vegetable, and fruits are grown. Now some varieties of pulses they are also grown there. So now we will understand the nature and scope of agriculture. So, what is the nature of agriculture economics? It makes use of the principles of general economics, borrows most of its principles from the parent body of knowledge, that is the general economics. But agriculture economics is more realistic and practical. Principles of choice and problem of scarcity, which are used in general economics, they are also applied in agriculture economics, as the land is also very it's a land is scarce. So here we also apply the principle of choice and problems. So it is static as well as dynamic. Agriculture owes its principles from the general economics, uses both micro and macro. When the subject of the study is individual farmer, then it's microeconomics. But when we study the agriculture economy as a whole, then it is called macroeconomics. It is both science as well as art. Science and art of the cultivation of crops and raising the livelihood is not only a mode of livelihood. Science as relies on the principles and the verification of the data. Art because it deals with the various ways of the application of the principles and to suit the condition. So agriculture economics is applied science or pure science. This is the question. Agriculture economics is a social science which studies the traditional activity of human being known as cultivation. Agriculture or food production is done by the farmer for subsistence and what is left with the marketable surplus which is sold in the market. So agriculture economics is concerned with the allocation of the limited sources in the production of agriculture, is also associated with the production, marketing and consuming the farm products. Is agriculture economics an applied science or a pure science? Foster and Loger said agriculture economics is an applied science. As such, is concerned with the identification, description, and classification of economic problem of agriculture to the end that this problem may be solved. According to the Gray, agriculture economics may be defined as the science in which principles and methods of economics as they apply to the special conditions of the agriculture industry. But Black does not agree with the view. Applied science, as we know, involves the use of the principles of pure science to a particular situation. Like engineering is an applied science. It's just how to apply the principles of physics and other science to the certain situation. But the principles of physics, they are not modified, they stay intact. So, principles of economics can be compared to mechanics. If mechanics deserve to be called a special form of pure science, the same can be agriculture economics can also be called a specialized form of pure science rather than an applied science. Agriculture economics is both a science as well as an art. Agriculture economics should not be called an applied science, but as a specialized form of pure science. As a science, it explains the cause and effect relationship between the various economic variables operating in agriculture. Like the yield depends on so many things: the fertility of land, the rainfall, the irrigation, and the use of the means of cultivation. So the relationship as found to exist can be used in solving various problems which affect the agriculture. So that is the art. So agriculture economics is science as well as art. As the general economics is called the normative science, so it is also a normative science. Now there is a need for separate study of agriculture economics. So agriculture sector is the main sector of the economy. As the most of the farmers they are not properly educated, they're illiterate, so they rely on backward techniques. They are not using the scientific technology. Availability of fertile land is very important for agriculture, but for industrial production does not we need much of the fertile land. Natural factors such as land and monsoon also play an important role in agriculture rather than industrial sector. Price of elasticity of supply is less than that of the industrial production. Supply of agriculture product responds slowly to the change in their prices. It also consumes more time. So that is why there is a need to study the agriculture economics. Agriculture sector, there is a large area for agriculture work to supervise. Most of the agriculture products are necessities whose demand does not change much even when their price change. So price elasticity is less than 1. Most of the agriculture products are perishable, cannot be stored for longer duration. Now we will understand what is the scope of agriculture economics. Scope of agriculture economics includes production, distribution, consumption, common activities in relation to agriculture and farm enterprises. Scope of agriculture economics can also be analyzed on the political aspect. Self-sufficiency in food production can reduce foreign dependence for food supply and raw material, especially in the time of crisis. According to Taylor, agriculture economics deals with the principles which underline the farm's problem: what to produce, what to sell, how to sell, in order to secure and larger net profits for himself, consistent with the best interest of the society as a whole. So it is larger than mere economizing of the resources. Mutual dependence on the various sectors of the economy. Development of one sector helps the development of the other sector of the economy. Agriculture provides raw material as well as manpower to the industry, and industry contribute technology and other inputs to the agriculture. The scope of agriculture economics is much wider as it includes all the factors which are related with the agriculture production. The scope of the agriculture economics is much wider as it includes all the factors related with agriculture production, inputs, and agriculture marketing, agriculture credit, and how they are interdependent upon other sectors. All the tools of analysis which are used in general economics, they could also be used in agriculture economics also. Some branches of agriculture economics, like economics of production, consumption, distribution, marketing, financing, planning, and policy making, as in the case of general economics.